Welcome back to Squawk Box. It is the executive edge this morning, and with slowing iPhone sales growth globally, Apple looking to expand beyond the smartphone in terms of how it's thinking about perhaps the next decade of growth. The Wall Street Journal out with a story on the front page this morning detailing how Apple's recent leadership changes reflect that. Now, joining us to discuss this and so much more in the headlines this morning is Ed Lee. He's media reporter at the New York Times. This is the big story that they have here. Apple's executive shakeup underscores focus of future.
The future.
Yes. You know, a lot of people have looked to these different moves.
Right.
What do you think they really mean?
You know, I think a lot of these moves were hinted even a few quarters ago when they stopped reporting iPhone unit sales. That's a big part of it. They had a switch in their autonomous vehicle department where they cut a bunch of those people. 200 people, that's a big move. I think they're moving away from the idea of being a manufacturer on those things and being more of sort of the operator, sort of the operating system for those kinds of things. That's why AI is a bigger investment for Apple, because that gets you into all kinds of things going into the future. But it's really the services. It's really the media division that they're hanging their future on. I still need to know more on what makes up that part of their business, right? How much of it's Apple Music, how much of it's sort of the advertising, how much of it's, you know, what they project to be with this new subscription service that they're going to offer.
The head of their retail business,
Angela Ahrendts, she's
who came in a very high-profile way from Burberry, is departing.
Big luxury brand comes in with another.
Largely responsible for the watch and the retail of that. I don't know if she was responsible for the development of the watch so much as the retail experience.
Working with
of the
Hermes to, like, I know Hermes is a big product that Joe loves. So.
You know what? That to me, I would be petrified running Apple about the notion of trying to replace the iPhone. That's like a pharmaceutical company trying to replace Lipitor when it goes up. How do you possibly move beyond the iPhone when you've got absolutely nothing in the pipeline similar?
Well, but that's Tim Cook's, that's his thing now. He's got to figure out what that next big thing is. Could be healthcare, could be AI, could be services is the more immediate thing, however, right, that they can get into. And we're looking for a TV service that's going to come out sometime this year.
Okay, separate issue, big talk about the NFL and bidding rights. The networks could have some company soon. CBS has effectively said you're going to have to pry it out of our hands, but the tech giants want it.
Tech giants want it. It's going to come down to would the NFL be willing to offer exclusivity to the tech giants, right? So, like, maybe there's a Sunday game that, you know, you can only watch on Amazon or only watch on YouTube.
But part of Roger Goodell's mission is he needs eyeballs broadly because the sponsorship doesn't work if he can't really land 200 million people on Super Bowl night.
Well, so Super Bowl is an interesting example, right? Because about 100 million people were watching. 2 million of that were watching online, right? So it's still an incremental business.
But that's why the networks matter still.
Networks still matter, but what we still haven't seen, though, is a real experiment of if I only made certain games exclusive online, what is the real audience for that? Because right now we just have overlaps, right? So Thursday Night Football, you can watch it on Amazon, but you can also watch it on Fox. You know, people are just going to turn to their TV.
5 years you've been worried about concussion. You think football is a viable future for anybody, Sorkin? I mean...
It still drives.
I think there's a lot of people who love to watch football.
This was on the way out.
Look, there's a lot of people who love to watch football who are less inclined to have their children play football, including the President of the United States who made that comment. So I have a separate question, a little bit of a curveball, but it relates to the NFL.
Curve me.
Kaepernick news on Friday does what in terms of the sort of overall shift in terms of marketing, how people think about the NFL, all of it?
I think, first of all, the Kaepernick campaign, just to begin with, that Nike did a few months back, I thought that was pretty brilliant on their end.
But does the settlement undo it?
I think a little bit, maybe.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think it's a huge thing, but
I want to know the terms of the settlement. I think that the public,
and everyone else
after all of this, deserve to know.
The woke crowd is mad.
Well, a lot of people are mad. Well, a lot.
I did, because you didn't see Friday's show, I guess. Anyway.
Well, like Stephen Smith, by the way, made a comment on ESPN.
He's got it on his DVR.
No,
the woke crowd. Okay, I got it.
No, look, there were a lot of people who were protesting the NFL on behalf of Colin Kaepernick,
and they get 60 to 80 million.
And there are people who stopped. Yeah, there's people who stopped selling jerseys and stopped selling even Nike products because of the campaign.
So the rumor he's going to go to the Patriots now.
He could go to the Patriots. He could go to the Panthers. Is the other talk. But the issue is, for all those people who supported him, what does that settlement look like? And were they supporting him or were they supporting a larger mission? And by taking the settlement, does that undo any of this? And what is he going to say publicly about all of it?
And I got a lot
Right?
of reasons not to watch. The concussions and now this. A lot
What
of
are you gonna
reasons.
do?
You're not watching. You're not going to
I'm
tune
not
in.
watching.
He's going to watch golf.
Wow.